Hello students, myself Muttura JNP, working as the assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, Mysuru. Let me explain now energy transfer in the turbo machine topic. Let me explain. So these are all the things I have to explain. Okay, so first let me explain you people about the turbine. In the turbine, you know already what do you mean by the turbo machine. Turbo machine is a device in which energy transfer takes place between the dynamic fluid and a rotating machine element. So to analyze all these things we need drawing, that is geometry, that is construction of velocity triangle. Otherwise you can't have a triangle, all these things you can't, rectangle, square, all these things you can't use. Minimum this one lines, which one have the geometry, that one you can use, that is closed geometry, your triangle. Therefore to learn the velocity triangle and all, first and foremost you want to apply the law of conservation of the moment. Fluid, you know this equation very well. Fluid F is equal to rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of momentum, that will gives the force. According to Newton's second law, it states that applied force is directly proportional to the acceleration. See, V by dt, it is acceleration at constant mass. Mass is not variable, then it will be the like m dv divided by dt. But here your m of dv, why? Because we are taking it this one as the momentum. So rate of change of momentum, it is equal to m dot into delta v. So this is the general turbo machine sketch. Here you have the rotor, axis will be there will be the rotor. In the rotor, this is rotating at a constant angular velocity omega, and then at each and every particular point, whatever the point you take, that point will be taken r1, r2, like this. From here to here you can take r1 and then r2. With the velocity component which will be parallel to the axis, that will be so called as the axial component. In the direction of radius, that will be the radial component. And then axial component, radial component, we will be expressed in terms of the Vf. Here it is given Vm, don't bother about that one. Vf we will express. Blade velocity we will take, that blade velocity is u. So all these things we have to see in the next slides. So first you go for the basic definition. What is velocity? The velocity of an object can be defined as the rate of change of object position with respect to the frame of reference and time. See, velocity will be represented by using a arrow marked line, and then v is equal to distance divided by time. This is absolute velocity. What do you mean by the absolute velocity? That you want to know properly. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. You people come across with the number of velocity components, that is tangential, blade velocity, tangential velocity, relative velocity, and axial velocity, radial velocity, all these things. First and foremost, you must know the what is absolute velocity. See, absolute velocity is the velocity of the fluid particle. Keep in your mind, it is absolute velocity of the fluid particle. So with respect to earth, how you will take in the turbo machine, let us see in the next sketch. See, this is the general sketch of your turbo machine. Either it may be the work absorbing or work developing. The fluid will be inlet here, fluid will be outlet here. So it will be fixed to the earth. Am I correct? Earth, ground. Therefore the velocity at which it will come approaches the turbine, the fluid particle. Anyhow turbine will be play with the what? Fluid only. In the basic it is a definition itself you come to know. Rotating elements and dynamic fluid. Therefore V1, it is absolute with the machine. V2 exit absolute with the machine. Therefore your turbo machine absolute velocity, this one, V in the horizontal direction. except in the Pelton wheel turbine you will write everywhere you can't write the velocity, absolute velocity in the horizontal direction. In the Pelton wheel turbine, what will happens? The Pelton wheel turbine is reaction turbine. It is impulse turbine. Impulse turbine. Therefore, in that one, what will happens? The fluid will be horizontal in the direction, tangential in the direction. Therefore, velocity which is comes out of fluid, velocity of the fluid which comes out of the nozzle, then it will be in the direction of the your tangential velocity component only. Therefore, there only you will write x. In other point you can't write like that. Next, blade velocity you want to know. See, I giving here one cycle tire, and then this is the turbo machine. So one another the same it will be. So it is rotating, right? Blade velocity or rotor speed. Since blades are mounted on the rotor of the turbine, turbo machine, therefore whatever the velocity will be there at that particular point, same velocity will be there for the rotor and then blade. Both are it will be the same. See, this is the blade velocity. At each and every point you take, wherever you take, here you take, here you take, here you take, here you take. I hope you are understanding. If it is rotating in this direction, the blade velocity, or tangentially if you take to that particular rotor, which point you will take, that point will be the blade velocity. But we will write always the blade velocity in the horizontal direction. And also keep in your mind, each and every velocity component angle will be taken with respect to the blade velocity only. Blade velocity only, keep in your mind. And also always blade speed of a turbine will be, turbo machine will be right in the horizontal direction. Don't bother about this one direction and all. See, don't bother about the arrow mark. Just you will write in the horizontal position. Okay, this is the blade velocity. It is rotating at a speed n, having the diameter d. Therefore, blade velocity u is equal to pi d n divided by 60. This equation you know very well. Earlier also you have used this equation in fluid mechanics. You have used in the mechanics of material. You have used the same equation. Then it's enough. Okay, I hope you are understand the what is mean by the blade velocity. Next, turbine. This is the turbo machine. So this is the axis, axial component VA, and then blade velocity will be there in the this direction. That means the axial component of the turbine and blade velocity always it will be in the perpendicular direction. I told you people already that to write velocity triangle with the blade velocity and all the things, your blade speed should be in the horizontal direction. Blade should be there in the horizontal direction. Like this it should be there. I told you this is the axis of the turbine. Therefore your axis of the turbine, therefore it will be 90 degree. It will make the 90 degree. So this is how your blade velocity it will be there. In the radial component also, keep in your mind, the blade velocity it will be there in this direction. Radial component it will be there in this direction. See, therefore it is a 90 degree. The radial, either the radial velocity or axial velocity, always it will be perpendicular to the blade speed. That means what? If you write the blade speed horizontally, you must write the axial velocity or radial velocity in the perpendicular direction only. That is in the straight only you want to write, right? You want to write. See, in the straight only you want to write. See, you want to write in the straight right only. If you stretch your left hand or right for 3 fingers perpendicular to each other, how it will be there? Same thing it will be there. So this is how you will write radial component, axial component. This will be the blade velocity. See, each and everything it will be there in the what? 90 degree direction only. So tangential velocity component. What is the tangential velocity component? See, the tangential velocity, rate of change of tangential velocity of the fluid particle is responsible for the rotation of the turbo machine. Rotation of the turbo machine. I hope you are understanding. Then only so it is V, U. V means fluid particle will be there. This is the turbo machine, tangential, so fluid velocity, tangential component, fluid tangential component. Fluid will be flows tangential to the turbine at different tangential component will be there. So I hope you are understanding why it is suffix u, because it is in the direction of blade speed only. Tangential velocity of the fluid, see, it is tangential velocity of the fluid. Don't get confusion with the absolute velocity. In the Pelton wheel turbine, tangential velocity and absolute velocity of the fluid particle which is comes out of the nozzle, it will be same, but in other case it will be not the same. So your tangential velocity of the fluid particle, tangential velocity fluid particle, keep in your mind, it is fluid particle or fluid. Tangential velocity is VU. Why I am stressing this much, you can't understand otherwise when you go directly to the velocity triangle. Concept of relative velocity. See, one of your friend coming in the motorbike with 80 km/h. His father giving him a new bike, that's why he is coming with 80 km/h. But he is seeing at the back. Why? Because our KSRTC bus, it is coming at 60 km/h. You can ask, sir, illa sir, KSRTC bus also comes with 80 km. Of course, it will be with the speed governor. That's why we can assume that it will be with the 60 km/h. Let us say he is moving with the 80 km/h, 60 km/h. Both are in the same direction. Both are in the same direction. Therefore, the difference between them, that is 80 minus 60, it will give the 20 km/s. So you can assume that absolute velocity of the fluid, it is V, and the blade velocity is U. Therefore V minus U, it will give what? V minus U, it will be gives what? 20 km/s. Therefore this is the relative velocity VR. VR, it is equal to V minus U. Absolute velocity, blade velocity, tangential velocity, relative velocity, radial speed, everything I have explained you people. So this is the blade speed with omega into R will gives the blade speed U, and then axis, these are all the things will be there. So next component, see, this is the typical structure of a reaction turbine. See, in a big thermal power plant there will be a reaction turbine. So that reaction turbine before assembly, they are giving one sketch. Just see to this sketch. Next, possible velocity triangles. See, this is the blade component. This is the blade component which is in this direction U. Blade velocity, it will be there in the direction U. A fluid approaches the turbine with the angle alpha 1, which is comes out of the nozzle, approaches the turbine with angle alpha 1, and then this one beta 1 is what? Blade angle. Beta 1 is blade angle at inlet. Beta 2 will be blade angle at outlet. Which direction you will take with respect to what? Horizontal direction only. U, blade velocity only, you want to take every angle. You want to take every angle with respect to horizontal blade speed. So fluid approaches the nozzle, so from the nozzle approaches the blade and then makes an angle alpha 1. Getting my point? This is the V1. So blade will start to rotate with the velocity U. Already explained you people, V are relative velocity. The relative velocity is VR1. The relative velocity, how you will take the relative velocity? That is V1 minus U1 you will take. So the relative velocity, I hope you come to know. Last point, last slide, you just rewind to this and then you can understand relative velocity, and then complete this polygon VR1. See, same thing, opposite sides, same thing I transferred component VR1. So this is one, the tangential velocity VU1. Keep in your mind, here the blade speed is less than the tangential velocity of the fluid. That's why this velocity triangle, the blade speed means the velocity of the turbine, it is low speed turbine compared to the tangential velocity. The low speed, you have got it. This is how you can construct. In the ulta direction also you can do it. Similarly, to exit, blade won't rotate in this direction, blade always will be in this direction only. So beta 2, and then VR2, you got it, V2, you got it. This is the completion of a polygon. You got the this one velocity triangle. Your velocity triangle will be like this. This is very important slide. Why? Because whatever the derivation it is given, you want to write first this velocity triangle only, and then change to whatever you want depending upon the condition. Exit also like this only. Keep in your mind, don't get confusion. Inlet velocity triangle, exit velocity triangle. Only depending upon given condition you can change the velocity triangle. Don't get confusion. Even in the derivation as well as in the problem solving also, you want to use these velocity triangles only. Decide first whether it is given high speed or medium speed or low speed turbine, comparing the blade velocity u with the tangential velocity of the fluid Vu. Therefore, your blade's velocity u1 is equal to pi d1 by d 60, and tangential velocity Vu1 is equal to V1 cos alpha 1. V1 cos alpha 1. Very important deciding factor this is to construct the velocity triangle. After construction of a velocity triangle, solving the problem is very easy. So inlet velocity triangle will be like this. This is your inlet velocity triangle. Already I told you, if the blade speed is less than the tangential speed of the fluid particle, this is low speed turbine. That is, rotor speed is low compared to the tangent speed of the fluid. Therefore, velocity triangle, this one is the velocity triangle. Usual velocity triangle for exit in the turbine. Exit velocity triangle you want to write like this. Next, consider inlet velocity triangle like this. This one low speed. When medium speed means u1 is equal to vu1. u1 is equal to vu1. Therefore, u1 is equal to vu1. The vr1 will comes to this particular point. That is, beta 1 will be 90 degree. Keep in your mind, never will be the alpha 1 will be 90 degree for turbine. Vf1 is equal to Vr1. Beta 1 is equal to 90 degree. That means rotor blades are radial. This condition also they will give in exam. Inlet blades are radial, but fluid approach is not 90 degree. Inlet blades are 90 degree means now the Vu1 is equal to U1 or beta 1 is equal to 90 degree. That's all. So next, logically you want to learn this subject, otherwise it is difficult in examination. Logically you learn very easy. When speed of the turbine is greater than the speed of the tangential velocity, therefore this is the thing you want to write. Speed, high speed u1 is greater than vu1, so this is the velocity triangle. Beta 2 never be 90 degree, but Vr2 coincide with the Vf2. That is, Vr2 coincide with the never coincide with the Vf2. For maximum utilization factor, alpha 2 will be 90 degree. Let me explain in the next topic. Otherwise, you just remember the equation. E is alpha is epsilon, it is equal to V1 square minus V2 square divided by V1 square minus RV2 square. Correct? In that one, if V2 is very less, that is in the denominator, why V1 square minus V2 square, V2 is less, then only your utilization factor will be more. Therefore, your none other component can become less compared to V2. Therefore, V2 is very less. Then it will be coincide with the VR2 and VF2. Your utilization factor will be maximum. When utilization factor will be maximum, alpha 2 is equal to 90 degree and VU2 is equal to 0. Alpha 2 is equal to 90 degree, VU2 is equal to 0. Thank you.